A talking point these people often use is a comparison to appeasement prior to World War II, appeasement of the Nazis, comparing Russia to the Nazis. And that is insane to me, because they're like saying that the US today is like the good guys and Russia is the bad guys. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do you guys not realize that the US today is the world's premier #1 genocidal empire? If there's any country in the world that's most comparable to the Nazis in intent and outcomes, it's the USA, not Russia, okay? Especially because when we talk about appeasement, every country in the world is forced to appease the US. If we don't appease you, we get couped, we get sanctioned, we get invaded, we get our elections interfered with. It's like, okay, we need to appease the US to make sure these things don't happen. We need to do a few neoliberal reforms here and there, allow a couple of US companies to buy up some of our natural resources in the hopes that they don't coup us. Every country in the world appeases you. You're the ones who we have to do appeasement to. We're forced to. Even the countries of the EU that are like theoretically US allies are still under its boot. You know, we have to appease you. We gotta appease your loan sharks, your IMF. We gotta appease your corporations. We gotta appease your government by giving your bourgeoisie enough of what they want that they might think twice about overthrowing any like remotely slightly center-left government in our countries. We are the ones who have to appease you. So for you to talk about appeasement is utterly insane. Do some fucking introspection. If there's any country in the world today that is closer to the Nazis, there's two of them. One is Israel, which you unequivocally support. Another one is the USA, and we have to appease you. All the fucking time, we have to appease you. Every country in the world operates under this implicit threat of the USA, like economically starving them, if not doing either economically starving them or doing direct interference in their politics, their economy, their society, etc., or in outright violent invasion coups, etc., if we don't appease you enough. So for you to talk about appeasement is just inconscionable. Especially as a lot of you are leftists. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? How dare you talk about appeasement being an American, the country that the rest of us have to appease constantly? I don't remember my country having to appease Russia. The only countries that have to appease Russia, even a little bit, are the countries on its border. And even then, they also have to appease the US. But every country in the world has to appease the US. So if you want to talk about appeasement, look in the fucking mirror. Americans, the #1 duty that you have is to oppose your country's imperialism, not to support your country's imperialism by trying to frame its geopolitical, like principal geopolitical enemies as being what you are. Or at least if you're going to do that, stop pretending to be on the fucking left. I might not like anarchists, but there's no way that anyone who remotely follows anything resembling what anarchism actually is should end up thinking like that. Not anarchism, not communism, not socialism, which I don't know where these people get off just calling themselves like a vague socialism. You're either anarchist or communist, or you're not a socialist. That's the only option. But anyway, there's no basis for this shit. You are the ones who others have to appease. If you want to compare any country to the Nazis, it's fucking you. And not just in this way either, in terms of being the world's #1 genocidal empire today, but also in terms of your country's foundation. You all live on stolen land. Land stolen not only from Native Americans, but also from another settler state, from Mexico. Like a third or a quarter of your country is land annexed from fucking Mexico. When do you plan to give that back? Oh, you don't? It was too long ago? Well, then I guess Russia should just fucking annex Ukraine and wait a little bit and everything's going to be okay, right? That's how this works. You guys are the Nazis, okay? You're the ones who have to appease. Please shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. Oppose your own empire first and foremost. Never side with it. Or you're not a leftist. That's all there is to it. Nazi.